Good morning to all of you, dear class 7. Hope you are healthy at home and studying well. Yes? Today we will start a new block 14. That is more on our constitution. And in that block we will talk about fundamental rights. That is in lesson plan 1. So before starting the class, be ready with all the essentials that we need for today's class: stationery, content book, notebook, and workbook. I hope you are ready with all these items. So let's first quickly we will recap our previous block. In the previous block, we learned about the India's constitution. We read a narrative about a country which neither has rules nor rights for the government or the people, and therefore causing lawlessness in the country. Then we understood the need for a constitution to lay down rules for governing a country. Then we read about preambles to the Indian Constitution and understood the significance of the preamble to the Indian Constitution. So I hope previous block is clear to you. Now children, give me answer of this question, or you can discuss with your partner or with your parent. Can you imagine a life without any freedom? Imagine if you were not allowed to speak, share your views, or move around freely in a country. What if you were forbidden to practice your religion or made to work without getting paid for the same? What will you feel? And when it happens? This is what happens if a government does not grant basic rights to its citizens. Clear? Now, give answer of this question also. What are a few things that you think nobody can stop you from doing? Can anybody stop you to celebrate your festival, or to travel a place of your choice, or to wear what you want? No, no. There are certain things that we must be free to do without anyone stopping us from doing them, such as celebrating our festivals, traveling to a place of our choice. These are our basic rights. So, what is our aim? Our aim is to explain the fundamental rights of Indian citizens. So let's start with keywords. Keywords we will use in today's class. In today's lesson, first word is fundamental. It means primary or elementary. Then the word rights. Rights are claims of a person over other fellow beings, over the society, and over the government. So, fundamental rights are elementary rights of individuals which are necessary for development of their facilities. Clear? Now, today what we will do? Today we will learn about the fundamental rights that are granted to us by our constitution. So, children, read the situations in the section Fundamental Rights. So, open page 19 of your content book and discuss the questions given for each situations with your partner or with your parent, and also think about an answer with a reason for each. So read this story. Open the page 19 and read, or you can read with me as I am reading. Danu and his family are, situation 1 is this: Danu and his family are not allowed to use the village well to collect water. The village people believe that those belonging to so-called low castes should have separate wells and bathing ghats. Their children should also sit separately in class. Do you agree with the village people? Why? Then situation 2. In April 1919, hundreds of unarmed men, women and children were killed by the British in Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar in Punjab, for holding a meeting to protest against British rule. Should people not be allowed to speak against the government? Why? Then situation 3. Some people belonging to a religious community were not allowed to celebrate their religious festival. Do you think it is right to stop people from celebrating their religious festivals and practicing their religion? Why? Then situation 4th is 12-year-old Saleha was hired to work in a garment factory. She works for 10 hours every day without any leave. Should children like Saleha be employed to work? Why? Then situation 5. The Dimasa tribe of Assam is promoting their language and folk music by performing song, dance and drama across various states of India. Do you think communities must be allowed to promote their language or folk music? Why? Then situation 6. Ramadevi's children were denied admission in a school because they belong to a so-called low caste. What do you think? People who are discriminated against on the basis of caste can do? Okay, children. Now, think about every question given in the situations. In situation 1, so let's discuss the activity. Situation 1, what is the question? Do you agree with the village people? Why? It is not right to discriminate against people like Dhanu. They must be treated in the same way as others. So, I am not agree. And what about you? Yes, I hope you will also not agree. Then situation 2. Should people not be allowed to speak against the government? Why? The government is expected to work for the people. So people have the right to speak for or against the government. Then situation 3, the question was, do you think it is right to stop people from celebrating their religious festivals and practicing their religion, and why? Everyone must be free to practice his or her religion because religion is personal and nobody must interfere in religious matters. So, it is the right. It is not the right to stop people from celebrating their religious festivals. Now, in situation 4th, the question was, should children like Saleha be employed to work? Why? And Saleha, she was 12 years old. So, children like Saleha must not be made to work because this will harm their health and they should focus on education rather than work. So, children like Saleha should not employed to work. Now, situation 5. Do you think communities must be allowed to promote their language or folk music? Why? Every community must be allowed to preserve their language, culture, otherwise, these may eventually disappear. Now, situation 6, the question is, what do you think people who are discriminated against on the basis of caste can do? So, what they can do? People who are discriminated against by others can go to court. Now, let's generalize our discussion. What are the rights that all citizens of India must have, and why are they important? All citizens of India must be granted a set of rights. These are called fundamental rights. These are the right to equality, wherein nobody can be discriminated against in society, the right to freedom of religion that allows us to practice, profess, and propagate our religion. The right to freedom allows us a few freedoms, such as the freedom of speech and expression, to move freely from one place to another and do the job of our choice. The right against exploitation states that nobody, including children, can be forced to work. The cultural and education right allows us to protect and preserve our culture and run educational institutes. Then the last right to constitutional remedies. This right is very important. The rights to constitutional remedies allows us to go to the court if any of these fundamental rights are violated. Fundamental rights are important so that we may live a life of dignity. Clear? Now, bonus question of today. Not a bonus question. The question of the day is, what does Indian Constitution grant us? So read the section. What does Indian Constitution grant us? Then you will be able to give the correct answer. So now let's try some higher order thinking. Under what conditions are people not allowed to exercise their basic rights? In earlier times, slaves were denied basic rights. People living under authoritarian governments may not enjoy some basic rights. In India, in times of a war or national emergency, our fundamental rights may be withheld. Okay, one more question. Explain with examples how some underprivileged people are unable to always exercise their fundamental rights. As long as people are poor, illiterate, unemployed, and we still believe in a we still believed in a caste-based society, some people may not be able to exercise their fundamental rights. If we discriminate against the so-called lower caste people, they may be denied equal privileges in education and their right to equality may be violated. If some people are forced to send their children to work to earn a living, the right against exploitation will be violated. I hope today's lesson are clear to you. Now, this is the discussion question and answer you have to give in the comment section. Which sentence in the first column talks about discrimination? I am giving you a hint, a clue that read the section Fundamental Rights, page 18, and in the left hand side, in the first column, there are two fundamental rights are written. So read about these two fundamental rights, then you will get the answer. And listen children, you have to write which sentence. So only one sentence you have to write. This is not a word, a sentence. And don't copy the text. Only give answer what is question asking. Okay? So the right answer in a sentence you give. Clear? Okay, children. So what you have to do? Read the section Fundamental Rights. Then, after reading the text, In the worksheet, finish S1 and in the notebook, answer PQ 1, 2 and 3 and practice question 1 you do in the content book. Then question number 2 and 3 do in the notebook. I hope you are completing your work on the daily basis. Bye bye. Have a nice day, children. Thank you.